Hello, good morning, friends. Today, yet I'm back with one more interesting video. By the thumbnail, you might have got the idea. Okay, so today we'll be talking about the largest planet, the giant planet, the main important planet, Jupiter. Okay, and before we start, I think let me request you all people who are watching my video as a uh, fresh viewers. I sincerely request you to please put the like button, press like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family. If you have any questions, queries, doubts, disagreements, you can put down in the comment section. And please, I request you all to bear today little patience because Jupiter is not a small planet. Its impact in 12 different houses uh, needs to be taking lot many time. So this might be my, I think, first video which I might cover of 1 hour. Okay. So everybody may be having Jupiter at a certain house, but I request you all to look at all the 12 houses, keeping your family members and other angles in that area. So there is a concept called Bhavat Bhavam in the chart. Okay. So Jupiter needs to look at that it is falling in which house from which relative and ancestor. Because Jupiter is generally not an individual planet as an individual personality like Sun, Mars. Jupiter speaks about the institution of family. It is the main karaka of the second house, the family we are born in. So we have no right or we have no authority in which family we can take birth. Rich family, poor family. What kind of food habits or qualities, education we will get in our life. So the Jupiter is one of the basic foundation of our past life. How? It is the karaka of our paternal grandfather. It is the karaka of our father. It is karaka of our children's. It is karaka of Guru. It is the Jeev karaka, the life force, the prana shakti we have. Okay. Jupiter is your family. Is the gotra, DNA. Okay. And Jupiter is the inborn good skills or bad skills we are born with because it is the Karka planet of genetic, fifth house. Okay, your punya, but not individual punya, your family's generations collective purma, grandfather, and all the back down generation. Sometimes most of the people will say that we may not know our great grandfather or their name or their karma, their death, and their karmas or something. So whenever sometime you are stuck in something, your life is in a very bad conditions, Jupiter needs to be looked into chart into very different level. And those people who have seen my Navtara Chakra video, then for them it will be easier to understand in lot many way. Because from there also you will get the foundation of a Jupiter. Like even if placed in a good or bad house, if Jupiter is placed in a bad nakshatra according to the Navtara Chakra, that nakshatra system from the birth moon, or retrograde Jupiter from the birth ascendant nakshatra, then sometimes the Jupiter which looks very promising, let's say sitting in ascendant or any favorable house, whatever else, likely speaking, will not match. Okay, so there are a lot of angles for that. So to make you understand Jupiter in a better way, I request you all to, if you are watching this as a first viewer, as a first, go and watch that video also. And after that, you can skip this video and watch that first. And then you will get the idea what I'm trying to say. But here I will put up some general basic footprints about the Jupiter in the various houses. Okay. Before that, we must understand what Jupiter controls in our life. No matter you are born in which ascendant, Jupiter is becoming the lord of good house, bad house, that's a secondary part for Jupiter. That is not the main focus. Okay. Before that, you need to understand the significator authority of a Jupiter in which areas. If Jupiter is not good, that planet will not function up to its complete extent, even if that planet is very promising. Why? Jupiter is your genetic foundation, your grandfather, father, and their fathers, and everybody. So what you are the leaf or you are the branch of a which tree? Genetic tree. That is the descendant. You need to understand that. Okay. So Jupiter is the Karka family. How much wealth you will make in your life? What kind of your food habit? What kind of your education? What kind of upbringing you will have? Whether you will born in a poor family, rich family, whether you will get the advantage of your family or not, society, community or not, whether you will be spiritual or not. Your education will be good. Whether your academic degrees will be good. Able to take higher education in your life, whether your education benefit in your creating profession, business or not, whether you will have a good equation, good family life or not. So this lot of factors basically depend upon the placement of Jupiter. You cannot keep Jupiter as a singular planet. Okay, whether you are a man or a woman, for both Jupiter is very important. Okay, so you are carry forwarding their qualities to genetic level. Second house matters, fifth house matters, ninth house matter, luck, the major thing. If your punya is strong, your family is strong, your luck will be strong. Higher education is strong. Long distance journey, spiritual nature, father, good name, reputation, society. Then 11th house, income, desires, elder siblings, friends, network. These are the main fixed houses of Jupiter, where Jupiter has the authority. If Jupiter is placed in any bad house or bad nakshatra in a combust or a retrograde position, sometime looking very promising in exalted sign in own moon trikon sign or Pisces, despite of that, in certain houses, Jupiter in the certain nakshatra, Jupiter will never fulfill your desires in certain level. Okay, whether you will become very rich, whether your family's background will help you, whether your genetic knowledge or old knowledge will help you or not, expansion, marriage, children, everything, prosperity, settlement, stability in life. So without Jupiter, you cannot imagine a birth chart. At most important is Sun, Moon, and the third important planet after both this is Jupiter. Let's say your Sun, Moon are damaged. Then even the powerful Jupiter cannot help you. Then you'll be completely dependent on family, children, father, mother, cousin, brother, relatives, somewhere. So they are also important, but Jupiter can be taken seriously along with them. So now let's bring Jupiter into different houses. And for that, I request you again and again, please people subscribe the channel. Put down your comments if you have any queries or doubts. Look here, I'm not going to give you the complete blueprint of anybody's chart. Here I'm not watching anybody's chart. So if you put a question, that should be somewhere related with the content of the video. That will be easier for me to answer. Okay, and I will try to answer as much as comment possible, because even I have a very strict schedule of teaching classes online, doing consultations. So if anybody is willing to take consultation, want to study astrology professionally, they can contact me on my WhatsApp mobile number, which I'll be dropping down into the description center. You can find there. First of all, before calling, better you put a message me, because sometimes if you may be calling, I may be busy with the classes consultation of other person. I may not pick up your phone, and sorry for that, because you need to understand at one time I focus on one project. That is my protocol, and if you respect my protocol, I'll make sure I respect your protocol. Okay, so that is the thing. So let's come back to the topic now. The very first topic, the Jupiter placement in the first house. All the classical textures and all, I would like to say, various, I think, ancient books have described Jupiter in the first house as one of the most benefic planet in the birth chart. But will it be same for all the 12 ascendants? No. Why? Because in every ascendant, Jupiter may not be the lord of a good houses. That also somewhere matters. But technically, Jupiter Karka of such beautiful houses in somehow in the first house will be advantageous somehow. Extent may be high and low for that. Frequency will be high low according to the different sign falling into first house. Let's say for all the fire sign ascendant, Jupiter in the first house. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you're born in any of the ascendant, Jupiter in first house is a fantastic planet for you, but it might give you some health issues also, because it is natural 12th house lord. So going with hospital litigation in certain way, there might be certain problems with the health, might be possible. Okay, you may grow weight a lot, you may be very foodie in life. Sometimes it will bother, but mostly it's considered very auspicious for all the fire sign ascendant. Why? Because it becomes the triangle lord. Now let's come to the earth sign ascendant, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But Taurus, it is the eighth lord by Mool Trikon sign. It becomes bad planet for Taurus ascendant. Okay, in the first house. In it will deprive you something in your life. Okay, you might be financially good, you will be good singer, you will be good bank, working in a bank, family business. In certain way, inheritance, legacy, in some things you may be advantageous. You may have a good fan following network. Lata Mangeshkar had, but she was not able to get married. She was having a lot of challenges. So every Jupiter in that way you need to somehow understand it will create a trouble. For a Virgo ascendant, Jupiter holds a good house lord, fourth house at the seventh house. And in a dual sign ascendant, Virgo being a dual sign ascendant, seventh house becomes a Bhaga Karaka house. So here there will be a conflict between mother and wife. somewhere you have to be very careful dealing with the married life. And technically, Virgo sign is the 12th house from the Libra, the natural union of marriage, institution of marriage. So sometimes mother or wife can create a trouble where you see a trouble in marriage, litigation, health issues, childbirth issues, fertility. Certain troubles may be working wife and something, or husband and wife. So Virgo in certain way is not a very comfortable sign as an ascendant for Jupiter. Okay, then let's bring to the Capricorn. In a Capricorn ascendant, Jupiter becomes debilitated. Why? If Jupiter is the lord of Sagittarius, is equal to Dharma, Samaj, society, rules, father. Capricorn is the system, implementation, authority, power, where a person has to become very hard and ruthless, very stubborn in certain ways. Implementation. Okay, whatever is written in the book, whenever you read in the schools, everything looks very good. But when the matter comes of implementation, physically putting into the place, that becomes very challenging, practical. Capricorn is the sign of practical application of knowledge. And sometimes in that process, teacher may sometimes become look very polite, very humble, because this is the sign of authority, status. And when the Jupiter kind of a planet who is a teacher gets deviated from its track, rules, regulations gets sometimes he may be very brutal, ruthless. He only considers status, power, money is the only thing. And sometimes the marriage and everything identifies with your status, money, wealth in certain level. Knowledge and dharma sometimes gets evaporated from your life. Or either you'll be put down in that pressure that will become a trouble in your life. So that is basically the Earth sign ascendant are not a very favorable ascendant for Jupiter to function at its complete potential. It's a Jupiter is not a Yoga Karaka planet. It's the most problematic planet for the Earth sign ascendant if it's in the ascendant. In the air sign ascendant, let's say Gemini, it is the mainly Badha Karaka planet being the Sagittarius sign lord, seventh lord, even if sitting in Sagittarius, it may sometimes delay your marriage, more than one marriage, troubled marriage. It's a Badha Karaka planet. Gemini is a teenage level of child. Let's say youngster, a teenager, a school going student or college going student. It's a sign of your youthfulness. And in the youthfulness, we all hate rules, foundation, liberations. In that way, you can understand. In a marriage also, we need commitment. And you will see most of the Gemini ascendant because Rahu gets exalted in Gemini, very comfortable, but Jupiter is not very comfortable. Either your husband will be very harsh, very irresponsible, or bad behavior might be there. So somewhere in a Gemini ascendant, Jupiter, despite of being a 10th lord for a career point, this might definitely be good in the first house. Mr. Rajesh Khanna was having Jupiter in the ascendant. But look at the married life. Look at the matter related to marriage. So somewhere basically you have to see that in the dual sign ascendant, as I told in Virgo also it's a problematic. A guru going into the student's house may not be that comfortable the way student coming into teacher's house. Guru will feel very uneasy in this sign. This sign, Mercury is like trying to behave like a media person or sometimes too much of weird behavior or something like that. So Jupiter in Gemini ascendant is not a very comfortable position. It's the natural third house. We'll struggle here. When we go to the Libra ascendant, Jupiter becomes the third lord, the communication, common sense, and sixth house lordship of Virgo, Prarabdha Karma, faith, unconditional faith, submission, service. Libra is a typical business-minded sign. Conditions apply. Okay. So whenever Jupiter comes here in a female chart, husband with lot of conditions apply, terms and conditions. Husband may be having not a very good character, maybe womanizer. In the female chart also, somewhere this might create a certain trouble. These people may be very liberal in terms of youth, in terms of society. They prefer neutrality. And Jupiter is a hardcore rule lover, a conservative planet. And Libra is a completely the sign of an enemy. Deception, art, music, and lot more things. People try to justify rules, regulation as a very aggressive in the society. The universe is designed in that way. Whenever Jupiter is in the Libra, it's a trap position for a Jupiter. A difficult position. A woman or the material world is dominating you. And sometimes to make equality, you may end up Bhishma Pitama, you may end up Dronacharya, you may end up Dhritarashtra, you may become biased in certain level. In order to put balance, you may compromise dharma, ethics, morality, Sometimes the material greed, the sexual greed, the affair greed, the status in the society, name, reputation, because Libra sign is somewhere the reaction of the world, opposite world. You somewhere you may be affected by log kya kahenge, what people will say. And sometimes their reaction, their criticism, their appreciation is like acts like a drugs in your life. May haunt you something. And sometimes being right also, you will choose silence or you will enter in somebody else's life unknowingly, knowingly. So again, in Libra, Jupiter is not a very welcome planet. Some of the people might have gone through very good marriage, but I've seen a very disaster in lot many areas. Then bring it to the Capricorn, where Jupiter becomes the second lord, 11th lord. Here I consider Jupiter somehow good, somehow good. But this is again a material sign, group of people, teamwork. Although there may be a lot of other people here basically, but teamwork, group work. Somehow Jupiter in Saturn's this sign is positive in certain directions, but not completely. If you are carried away by the group of people, influence your opinion is like you try to accommodate everybody to keep a lot of people happy. Sometimes you have to face a backlash from the society. Let's say you are a person who is working for a financial organization or any big corporate organization. Now you come to know there are a lot of food. Let's say there's a nowadays a plane crash happened in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, that was made up of a company. Okay, company were having a lot of quality assurance engineers. Let's say if a person has a Jupiter there, if that engineer speaks anything wrong about the company, company will fire them. Now you're into that corporate world. You have to do business. You know there are a lot of fault like the market reputation, business, everything will shatter. Stock market. So here again Jupiter becomes compromised in some way. Jupiter is not very convenient, although it will give you great wealth, family, you know, a lot of things, but you have to pay prepare for the consequence. Even one of the most cruel ruler in the history, Mr. Aurangzeb, was having Jupiter in the Aquarius sign. So somewhere basically to enlarge their kingdom, their position, everything becomes something. He did a lot of bad things in his timeline. So this way I have given you a basic idea about Jupiter in the air sign ascendant. Then we come to the position of let's say Jupiter in the water signs, Cancer sign. The biggest devil here, Jupiter becomes the biggest problem. You have to act as a reformer. You are like a mother, like a guru. Jupiter is the you can say one cycle of dharma. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. There are four yugas: Satyuga, uh, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. So Cancer sign is the change of a yuga. One yuga finished, another yuga start. One generation finished, another generation. This is the sign of change, reform, modernization. Why? Sagittarius is equal to human society. One society. It is the end of the one society, beginning of a new society. End of a one generation, beginning of a new. So Cancer sign, a mother has to take a very difficult. They have to make sure that dharma, rules, regulation have been followed or not. So for Cancer sign, sometimes they will make the society their enemy. Somebody will accept, somebody will not. Teacher becomes very difficult for you. Although they will be very generous, very idle, but some people might not agree. Let's say Prabhu Ram had Jupiter in the first house. He has to live his own kingdom, his own house. He took his wife also went in. Lot of challenges went through. So Jupiter in Cancer is not a very comfortable position. It's a difficult call. You have to take such kind of actions in the society where you may sometimes not get very material benefit. You may see a lot of backlash. Whenever a person tries to correct the society, tries to reform or something, you have to suffer a lot as a teacher, as a husband, as a son, as a father, as a teacher, as a mother, you have to face a lot of challenge. So Cancer ascendant Jupiter can be extremely very challenging. I'm not saying completely bad. There are a lot of things depends upon the position of the moon. Okay. So here also I don't consider Jupiter a very good planet. But if you are understood that okay, I will not might have that much of material benefits in my life, family life, but somewhere I have to work like a teacher who is giving the light like a diya, giving light, burning himself, giving lights to the whole. But below that area where Jupiter is there, that area is dark. Deepak Tale Andhera. That is the Hindi slogan for Cancer Jupiter. You are giving light to the whole, burning your own house. Sacrifice. That was a trademark attribute of Prabhu Ram. Now, if you have that sacrifice wala attitude, then you can consider this Jupiter can give you unimaginable power, hold in the society, loved by the people. But not all. Some will definitely hate. So you have to accept and digest that. That level of wisdom, maturity you need to. You have to stay neutral in all terms of life, good times, bad times. That is the Jupiter in the Cancer. That is the message. Now bring it to the Scorpio. This is the most disgusting sign for Jupiter. Why? It is 12th from the Sagittarius. Destruction of your own society. Father, trouble, end of a cycle in a very brutal manner. So those who have a Jupiter in the Scorpio, I will not say they are bad people, but somewhere basically they may go through lot many transformations in their life. Father might have died, or father might be not financially well or physically well. Sometimes lot of challenge within family, lot of hidden enemies in the family. So lot of crisis. This is the sign of crisis, transformation, challenges, research, discovery. In lot many other ways, it is good also. Finding hidden treasures, hidden wealth, but trying lot many good and bad things both comes. It's a fixed sign. So basically, childbirth, killing somebody in the past life, killing teacher, killing father, some such kind of accident. So sometimes that will hit you like anything. If you will progress, your children will not progress. It's like that. In certain good and bad way, let's say you're a doctor, you're always busy with your emergencies, you're a soldier, you're always busy defending your country, protecting. The family may say that you're not giving us time. The children will complain that your education will be suffer. Some kind of transformation will come in the family, finance, wealth, even in married life, more than one marriage, or cheater husband, or cheater wife, bad children, early death of a children. But there are a lot of good things will hidden wealth also come. Certain billionaire you can become due to past life good things because Jupiter being a fixed lord, but it will come up with a price at a cost. I have not seen Scorpio Jupiter completely better in all the forefront of life. Somewhere it will create physical challenges might give, chronic health issues might come from the genetic reason, a curse of ancestors. I don't consider Jupiter in a Scorpio as a complete benefic planet. Even it's a triangle lord. Its second lord comes as a Marka house lord in the first house. So this is a dangerous position for Jupiter in Scorpio ascendant. Then go back to the Pisces, where it becomes ascendant lord 10th planet. Most fantastic planet. I would look like that. This is the best placement for Jupiter, the wisest of all, the gurus of all. Ability to research, ability to look spiritual. But if you are a very materialistic person, drawn to the material pleasures like making money or something like that, that's not bad. If your complete focus is on the material level, somewhere you have to do charity, you have to do teaching, somewhere you have to do medicines, somewhere you have to do certain things very unconditionally. This is not the sign of attachment, this is the natural 12th house sign of imagination, intuition, tapasya, research, going below the comfort zone, working behind the scene, investment. You have to be very futuristic in mind. Doing any karma, you have to think lot. Will be blessed with lot many great things in life. So sometimes that application. Sometimes people will say that you are a very silent person, not mixing in the society. They people may look like a very arrogant, introverted person. That's not arrogance. They are so wise, they have understood the maximum drama. This ascendant is the highest form of Jupiter, the highest level. These people might have a great knowledge, wisdom in lot many ways in life. Lot of things will come to them naturally. Born in a their paternal grandfather, grandmother might be very strong somewhere. And dignified, even if you're not very rich, but your family background is very spiritual or medical background, ancestral background, somewhere you have seen in past life. In that way, you can see Jupiter in the first house. I have given you the idea of rest other 12 ascendant. Okay. Now, I will not speak about every house Jupiter is good and bad. You figure it out yourself. Now, I simply put that Jupiter in which house will behave in what way, in general. You have to apply the sign logic there. Okay. Now, when the Jupiter is in the second house, fantastic house. Jupiter is the Karka. You're born in a family of kind of a teachers, politicians, sometimes businessmen, bankers, your family genetic background, your father or mother or somebody from your maternal, paternal family, maybe either a headmaster, teacher, guru, doctor, I would like to say chikitsak or something like that. There, Somebody might be having a very good background as a kind of a teacher figure in the family. So you are inborn with good knowledge, good ability to learn, speak, write. Will be very influential speaker in your life. Your speech will be in a very good way. You'll be do good in marketing. You'll do in banking. You'll be doing education organizations. You'll be doing financial institutions. You may create your own business profession like lawyers, politicians, spiritual masters, healers. These people speak with lot of wisdom, lot of deep knowledge in letter way. In the financial level also, this material also, this Jupiter is good. This financial, this is a very good placement. I would like to say, but one thing you need to know that this Jupiter will not help you in helping getting the wealth of your father and expansion, because from ninth house Jupiter becomes a sixth away place. No. So somewhere you have to be self-made rich in your life. Somewhere you will father's wealth will not help. Second house Jupiter has to be self-made in the life in certain way. It's a natural second house of a zodiac belt. This is a good house. Now bring the Jupiter in the third house. This is the house of courage, common sense. Jupiter feels humiliated here. Despite of you are knowledgeable people, but the people around you somehow will try to pull your leg in certain ways. Uh, let's say you are a guru kind of a person is standing in between of lot of muscle men who only understand the language of muscles. Jupiter is worthless here. I'll not say completely bad, but this is the area. You will be an intelligent person within the pools around that, who are not willing to go into deep of something. Why? Third house is not the deep penetration of knowledge, understanding. It is the learning house. So somewhere you have to be the master of the art of lot many things. Your voice, your impact may somewhere, despite you will be very knowledgeable, very skillful, you will not be get that much advantage in your life the way you are a good human being. So this house Jupiter, I will not say it's a bad. Financially, it's not bad. In certain way, you will financially will gain in the married life, might create trouble. I have seen the Jupiter in the third house, either no marriage, either more than one marriage. It's a natural third house, struggle in the married life, struggle in the something, challenges might come. Your children will get the advantage of your hard work labor. They might become a celebrity, a renowned person in the society. So you are like a person who is planting lot of trees, and next generation will eat the fruit of that. But I'll not say it's a completely bad, but not a good as second house. Okay. Now let's bring Jupiter in the fourth house. It's again like a Cancer sign scenario. You are born as a reformer, protector of your family. Good position. Excellent position, I would like to say. I think you'll be very attached to your family, your roots, your culture, your traditions. These people are very good in everything. I think this is a fantastic house for Jupiter. But somewhere basically you should not be very comfort oriented or private. You have to make sure your private life is private and public life is public. These people may do their own profession, their own business, their own knowledge. Even if they do job, they only do job to get the practical experience in life. Or you may become very bigger in your life. Financial prosperity, comfort, luxury, all things will come naturally to you. Be very simplified in your life. This is one of the fantastic house, but somewhere you have to contribute something towards the family development, expansion, society, neighbors. Even you are like a guru whose voice is value will be understood by the people. You may become a great politician in your life, a great principal authority, a big entrepreneur, a big CEO or something like that. This Jupiter can give you great high positions in career, profession in somewhere. Either as a job, as a profession, as a business, these people are capable in doing everything in life. They're born wise people, I would like to say. But depending upon sign logic, nakshatra logic needs to be seen. Jupiter should not be placed in this house, being the 10th nakshatra from your birth ascendant. Otherwise, the same Jupiter may create a lot of disasters in your life. Sometimes you will be having that person that I am the most educated or knowledgeable person. There's nobody equivalent to me. That arrogance or pride will stuck into your head. Make sure if you might have done some similar kind of karma, then this Jupiter may backfire like anything. You have to be very neutral in life. So make sure you carry everybody together. So that was Jupiter in the fourth house. Now let's bring Jupiter in the fifth house. The great guru, the great past life karma from the family, merits, ancestors. You're a great human being, great soul, explorer kind of a person. You love learning, teaching, you love discovery, anything. Very intellectual person. These people are very knowledge freaks in their life, going too deep of anything. Whether it's finance, whether it's art, whether it's commerce, whether it's science, they excel well in all. They have an all-rounder kind of a quality. Comparable to the first house, I see this Jupiter sometimes behaves in a very good way. They have a good reputation, good in academics, good in terms of children's, depending upon sign. Okay, again, depending upon sign. This is a fantastic position. If Jupiter is not combust or retrograde here, your past life genetic merits are fabulous. This is one of the most beautiful house I consider. Jupiter will be aspecting your ninth house, 11th house, first house. I would like to say this is the one of the greatest house for Jupiter. Even for the marriage point of view, okay, marriage point of view, great growth from the marriage, from the business, from the reputation. They can do good in politics, they can do in independent profession, they can do in business. Again, a all-rounder kind of a possibility. Now let's bring Jupiter into the sixth house. The most disaster house a Jupiter hates like anything. The prarabdha, the karma of your bad karma. Whenever the Jupiter comes here, now not only you, but you have a genetic challenges here. Some of your ancestor, some of your ancestors might have taken bad decision towards the poor people. They might have harmed them in some way. They might have stolen the money of some poor peoples. Some of your ancestors. I'm not saying that. Or either they becoming a doctor, they might have given wrong medication to them. Or they might have shown superiority complex that we are superior class, we will not teach you. Like Dronacharya gave curse to the Karna, or Dronacharya didn't teach to Karna. Parsuram also gave the curse to the Karna, or Eklavya suffered just because he was a downfall. If you do that kind of activity like higher class, superior class being a guru, this kind of activity might have done. And this Jupiter will not fit, I think, forgive you in for that kind of activities. Being a guru, you might have instigated divide and rule in the society. Touchability, untouchability. So somewhere basically, if okay, you might have not done, but somewhere you are the branch of that family genetic tree. If Jupiter is here, you have to be very careful. You might have betrayed your family, you might have harmed your family, your guru, your teacher, your father, your husband or wife or children's. Something you have done very wrong with them. This is not a very comfortable house for Jupiter. Suffers like, okay, you might have financial prosperity, but you will be always having some kind of conflict going on within your family, whether it's a health issues, conflict, family conflict. Your lot of your own family members may be like enemy, secret enemy or somewhere. Your own intellectual community will be enemy of you. Let's say you're a teacher. You will be having a lot of enemies within your own community. Let's say you're a musician, you're a singer. The fellow singer colleagues will be your enemy. Your bosses might be your gurus might be your enemy. Lot of difference of opinion. And you'll be entering into petty fights. Jupiter is not supposed to go into small conflict or fight. No. Wisdom is the best way to tackle that. If you choose wisdom, unnecessary, don't drag into communal activity. Somewhere you might have made communal, you have done the actions like creating rift between the community, civil wars or something like that. Your personal ambition for protection of your chair position as a politician or something. That's such kind of you might have done forgery activity from the past life, from your genetic level, or harm the money of the common people. Being a doctor, being a lawyer, you might have done some bad karma, wasted karma with your wasted interest. Nowadays, you see a lot of lawyers with this position. This is for your own benefit. If you make on doctors, lawyers, policemen, just because you have authority, you have power, you are one of the dignified people in the society who have the power, authority in certain level, and you have a capability to do something. Okay, you'll be safeguarded in the material world, but your children and your future generations will suffer like anything. Even if you're astrologer, trying to create unnecessary panic or only trying to speak the good things about the people, not trying to show them the bad part. A good teacher is like a mirror who gives you both the idea about the good and bad things both. You should not be biased or you should not be like a salesman. If I speak bad, they will unfollow me, unsubscribe me. They will not like. I don't hesitate in that. Whatever your chart speaks, I'll keep it in front of you. That's why I made that Navtara Chakra video. That gives you a better idea of every planet, right from the birth as a foundation. Most of the astrologers do not focus as there. Why? Once the mystery is out, if everybody gets the easy access, their business will be shut down. For me, it's not only the business. Yes, it's a profession. I don't do free of cost. I've taken years, studied years after years. I have a collection of huge charts. The same thing. In the past life, you might have taken a lot of free knowledge from lot many people, but never did the Guru Dakshina or the service the time of something like that. In that case, you will meet across all the bad astrologers in your life. Such kind of activity in this life, you will always complain. You don't get a bad group. Ask yourself why you have a Jupiter here. Don't blame the society. Don't blame. Okay, don't blame yourself. But somewhere you are carrying from the genetic year. I'm not saying that you have done that, but somewhere within your past generation, somebody might have done. Jupiter does not comes into the sixth house by our wish, but it is the reflection of our genetic history. Okay, there. Now let's bring Jupiter into the seventh house. The features which I told about the Libra is applicable here. Good gentleman. I will not say a good gentleman or a bad gentleman, but Jupiter in seventh house, I have not seen a very comfortable position. A family, a person who is in the fight with his own family, struggle with his children. In the terms of luck and income, it is good. You can become a good public figure, loved by lot many people, very sober, very good people, who keeps good businessman, even a good astrologer, good politician, lot many ways, but lot of good compromised ethics and morality here. This is the house of lust also. Sometimes this may create more than one marriage. You may be very soft target for certain people in society. And you might choose silence in certain level in your life. You might try to justify in the name of art, culture, modern day politics and everything. You're not a true guru in your life. You always think about what people will say. Your opinions, your actions might be influenced by a lot of you don't have your own voice. I'm not saying that all people having Jupiter in the seventh house may be like that, but somewhere some of your ancestors, some of your paternal, maternal lineage people might have done something for which you may see a lot of challenge with the Jupiter in the seventh. Sometimes this can create more than one marriage. This can destroy your children's. Sometimes this can have a multiple marriage affair, living relationship, extramarital affair. I'm having chat of lot many people with the Jupiter in the seventh house, not satisfied by their spouse, their wife becoming too bulky. You look onto other women's. If a woman has a Jupiter, husband is not financially well off. Some delicacy is there on the sexual level or certain level. They run behind another man's. I have a chart of lot many people. I have not put down here just to get the validation out. That's against the protocol of my profession. Putting somebody's private information just to get the brownie points. So somewhere you need to understand. You can learn it by yourself. Jupiter in the seventh house, it's a bit problematic. It's a trap to Jupiter. A Rishi Muni sitting in tapasya, Apsara dancing in front of you. You forget, look at the Apsara and forget your years of tapasya destroyed. Years of hard work destroyed. Ethics, morality. A sadhu trapped in the material world. Ethics compromised. This is the reflection house. So here Jupiter I will not say, but if it's in fire sign, it can be good position. Water sign up to some extent good position. But earth and air sign are a problematic place for the Jupiter here. You need to understand that. Then let's bring Jupiter to the eighth house. Now, eighth house, Jupiter is moderately again in a trouble zone, problematic zone. I would like to say, trouble with the father. Either father may die early, or you may get lot of ancestral wealth, or your father may not be available at the time of your birth, but your grandfather was a dignified human being. He left a lot of great things, or they might have gone to a lot of, I think, assets, building, and lot many things. In certain way, I would like to say this is moderately not a very good, it's a very neutral placement, depending upon which kind of sign. But from the ninth house, this is 12. Loss of a community, loss of a father, loss of a higher education, detachment from your own society. But sometimes you may be, let's say, a doctor, astrologer, you may be a researcher, a scientist, you may be an army man, you may be spy, due to your profession, due to your education, due to certain reason, you may be deprived of something. Lot of transformations within the family. There might be possibility somebody within your family died at a very early age, was not able to get marriage. Their family has a lot of secrets, not good secrets, bad secrets. Something with the public money, something with blackmailing kind of activity, something like the tantra mantra kind of thing, harming somebody else's children, somebody else's family. You might have been after the wealth of other people. Sometimes you will get lot of hidden wealth, hidden knowledge in your life without hard work. This will be a trap in your life. Your future generation will face the music of that. So anything which comes free, the Jupiter and the 8, be very careful. That's it. Nowadays, a lot of people with the Jupiter and the 8 will run to the various Facebook group, various YouTube channels. Without knowing, somebody is hiding their face in the social media and calling themselves Astro Guru, hiding their face, not showing the face, even making YouTube video on astrology, just giving free information without knowing that who that person is. Is that a person a terrorist, a guru, a fraud, a cheater, coming to a very dignified organizations under the cover of okay, this is a very renowned app, renowned channel. They're speaking scripted lines. Everybody is fascinated. Easy and free access of information. And you feel this. You think that real people will give you their years of hard work of tapasya very free of cost. You have no idea if that person is a tantric, a black magic expert. And if you put your Mars picture, your birth details in front of them, what consequence you may go through, you have no idea. Sitting miles away, they can destroy your whole family. Nowadays, people are running after your sharing, especially females. Be very careful with this. Don't share your birth detail or anything apparently in the social media. I have a lot of female students, lot of female clients who suffered like anything. If somebody steals your money, don't feel angry on that. Money can be earned again. But if your character or you are trapped in something like that, you have no idea. You'll be not in a position to speak your pain to anybody. Lot of crimes are happening using astrology nowadays. I'm not here to scare. I'm not saying that everybody will have faith. Again, if you see that retrograde Jupiter sitting here, 7th house or 8th house, from your birth ascendant nakshatra, this is the 16th nakshatra. This Jupiter can be extremely very dangerous in your life. I have collection of lot many people who belong from a very powerful background. Their son is suffering like it. So be very careful with the Jupiter and the 8th house. This is a post-marriage scenario, secretive area in your life. Go always to reference channel, your family, friends, whosoever has got. But if you have that, in the one attempt or two attempt, you will get a good guru, good teacher is not going to happen. Because 7th and 8th house are not within your control. That is the opposite side to the world. And sometimes to reach the right guru, you have to go through lot many wrong gurus, lot of patience. If only just a retrograde Jupiter can make you suffer. Why? In past life, you might have insulted gurus, teacher, you might have always taken everything free from them. In this lifetime, your money is spoiled, your time is spoiled. Why? It's a consequence of similar kind of action you might have done as a guru astrologer to somebody. You have been put down into the same situation. So before blaming to the astrologers or guru why I am coming across, you're going under bad dasha and to meet the astrologer, and you expect the right knowledge coming to you in this material world. Be very practical, rational. Be very careful with the Jupiter and the age. Then let's when comes to the Jupiter in the ninth house. The most fantastic house I would like to say, the most excellent house with the Jupiter in the ninth house, I would like to say this is the one of a dignified house. These people are born in a well-to-do family, a royal family, good father, good teacher. Other factors may change the equation. Sometimes some people may say, no, sir, I am not born in a good family or a good financial state or bad father, something. As I told, a sign rules, character rules. But if Jupiter is sitting in the 18th nakshatra from their birth ascendant nakshatra, in the ninth house, sometimes 18 nakshatra may be falling in 9. Again, that's a challenge in nakshatra coming from your lineage. You have done something wrong with the community. So somewhere you have to rectify that. Then it will give you good results. But ninth house is one of the fantastic house where Jupiter is very comfortable. From the second house, it is adverse. In financial matter, it may be challenging. But somehow this is the luck house. They are blessed in certain way, either in finance, either in knowledge, either in community, either in father level, guru level. Somewhere will be, even if you are not very educated. Your wisdom, your knowledge, your observation skills are very good. You are an intellectual person in certain level, educated person. You have idea about the society, what's going on. It- Powerful position, I would like to say, it lot many different ways. So Jupiter in ninth is excellent. Now bring to the 10th house. The natural Capricorn one, authority house. Jupiter alone in this house is extremely challenging in terms of career. Not for a short time. Let's say today you become a big billionaire, you reach at a higher position. You face a trouble related to your children's futures. Because from fifth house, this Jupiter comes in a 6-8 equation. From the ninth house, this Jupiter is very good. But from the 11th house, it is the 12th. Sometimes you will not get the desired result in your life. You may be working very hard, doing a lot of sincere things in the Jupiter way. You are a very good person who want to follow the rules, regulations, family, everything. From second house, this is good. From fifth house and 11th house, this Jupiter is problematic. Either your ancestor might have caused trouble to the powerful peoples in the previous incarnation. In somehow have taken the fight with one of the organization, system, law, or agencies or something, becoming something, revolutionary or something. Have annoyed the business community in certain way, rivals your communications. So this Jupiter is bit, you might have, I think, not used in the proper way. A Jupiter has to behave very hard in this house. Ruthless. This house demands power, position, authority. If Jupiter Guru-like person does not like to become very hard, Saturn, Mars, Sun, Rahu can do fabulous here. If Jupiter, a teacher always puts a gun or a stick in your hand, most of the people do not like that Guru. If a teacher is very hard, very strict, that is the reason you need to understand. If you become soft, people will throw you out in the world. You will find it very difficult to sustain in career. If you become hard both ways, Jupiter is like in a catch-22 situation in this house. If you become corrupt, okay, you can be financially well, but it will cause trouble to your children's. Your family might suffer in next generation. So you have to be very careful with the Jupiter in the 10th house. I'm not saying it's bad, but some of your desires will not be met in this lifetime. Be very careful with any kind of authority, power, name, position, or you may even go in jobless position in lot many times of your life. You have misused the authority power in the past life. This is not a very comfortable house for you. If by any way Jupiter is sitting in the 23rd nakshatra from your birth ascendant nakshatra, either in retrograde position or stationary or combust, this Jupiter will make you do destructive karma in the life. You find it very difficult in your career to make sure your career is safeguarded. You will always be within a very challenging situation, very too much of hard work, but very less payout. Lot of job changes, business changes, profession, and no security in profession. So again, you have to be very careful with the Jupiter. You better learn something and do your own profession. I would like to say Jupiter in the 10th house is very good for an independent profession. You have to be your own boss. Build a school, build a small nursery, build education, become astrologer, become lawyer, become politician. Follow your own ethics and moral. Otherwise, 10th house is like authority, powerful. Everybody is not capable to manage the pressure of the 10th house. Sun, Mars, and uh, Saturn, Rahu, even Ketu can handle the pressure of the 10th house. Jupiter is a very sober planet, but a guru kind of a planet. It's not very comfortable with the 10th. Somewhere he will make it blunders. His situation will like Bhishma Pitam becoming neutral at a difficult times. Like the 7th house, also 10th house is a troubled house. So that was for the Jupiter in the 10th. Now bring the same Jupiter in the 11th house. Fabulous position, good network, good friends, good elder siblings. company of a wise and intellectual people. These people can be entrepreneur, can be very knowledgeable people. Even if you are not intelligent, but you will have a company of a good educated people. Network is of good people. Again, the condition signs apply, but it should not be again 23rd nakshatra from your birth ascendant, being a stationary or a red pro. Check that very carefully. Otherwise, the same friends, same network, everybody will destroy you. Together, you teamwork will earn something. Okay, you will be used as a scapegoat and later on thrown after the purpose is solved. So sometimes that can hit. There are some micro secrets people do not speak about. Okay, so this is a catch 22 situation here also. If it's not in 23rd nakshatra, be very comfortable. Jupiter is, as your age progresses, this is a upachya. As you will grow more above 40 and all, your financial situation will become very bad. Most of your desires will be met in this lifetime. Depending upon that Jupiter is not placed in the eighth house in the D30 Trimshamsha chart. If you have a Jupiter here and Jupiter is not placed in the eighth house in D30 Trimshamsha chart, almost of your desires will be met in this lifetime, maximum. So that is Jupiter in the 11th house. Good family, good friends, good children, good education, good business, everything good. That is Jupiter in the 11th. But Jupiter should not be conjuncted or influenced by any bad planet like Ketu, Rahu, Saturn aspecting third, Mars aspecting. The flavor will be changed here. Situations will be changed. And that 23rd nakshatra law needs to be known. That is according to the Navtara chakra. And the 23rd nakshatra is the most dangerous nakshatra which sometimes falls in the 10th house or 11th house from your birth ascendant nakshatra. Especially retro Jupiter in the 10th or 11th in the 23rd nakshatra is the most disgusting planet in the world. It can act as the biggest curse in your life. But if it's not placed there, you have don't take any burden, don't take any stress, that's are favorable. You are blessed in lot many ways. Then you bring the same Jupiter to the 12th house. This is the natural house of a Jupiter. Jupiter is like a director, a guru, a scientist, astrologer working behind the scene. Good intuition power, good knowledge, good wisdom. Sometimes your father or somebody within your father, grandfather might had two marriages in life. But you have to be very careful with your character. If you are too much indulgent in the material world, too much of money, wealth, sex, and all these things, this Jupiter can destroy you. This can make you great, wise people in life, making great money. Sometimes, till your father is alive, you may not go out of your comfort zone. But these people may be either very spiritual, isolated from the society. You may not like the noise, crowd, and lot many things. But there may be lot many secret enemies also. Because here Jupiter sits in the 25th nakshatra from your birth, ascendant nakshatra, in a retrograde compass position. This is called the Manas nakshatra as per the Navtara Chakra Paddhati. And it gives you a kind of a perception. You might have been prejudiced in the past life. You might have built a perception and carried away such actions from your maternal grandfather or somebody from that, done something wrong to the society. You might have harmed to the temples, spiritual peoples, tapasvi, sadhu, sannyasi. You might have not respected your grandparents, or you might have not taken care of your old parents in the past life. So this Jupiter can give you the most problematic situation, lot of health issues, bed issues, lot of hospitals, bad guru, bad teachers. Both things can go. This is the house of Almighty. Complete submission, complete surrender. You cannot apply logic like a media person, like a lawyer, like a policeman, like a judge. Everybody is a victim in front of this house. This house has the control to forgive you or to give you moksha, liberation from your prarabdha. So this house demands unconditional surrender, submission, faith, devotion. It's like a tapasvi. Your logic or your things will not work. If you are a good human being, you'll be always protected in visible way. Lot of invisible help will come in your life. You'll be well versed in lot many things. Make sure character is good. You may be very smart, very clever. You think that nobody will watch your activity here. You are always under the surveillance by the Almighty. You think 12th house is a universal CCTV camera. We all are naked in front of them. There are a lot of hidden areas of universe, ocean. It is a very deep house. So be very careful. what you speak in the public, and if you don't follow your words, your all activities are stored in certain account for next lifetime. So what you want to experience your future generation as ancestors, what kind of family you want to take birth, make sure with the Jupiter in the 12th, if you don't want certain bad things to happen in your next lifetime or your children should suffer, make sure you don't do any such things which you do not comply with. This is the house of punishment and liberation both. So friends, that was a lengthy video. I'm sorry for that making such a lengthy video, but to explain Jupiter, it needs this much of video. Okay. But still, I might have covered a very less in lot many things. There is more about to say. I'll be making more such videos in different layers. If I have hurted somebody, I'm extremely sorry. Somebody might have tried to create panic. No, my intention is not to create panic. Based on the collection of chart, I've always given you the Navtaras and Nadi option. With that also you can figure it out. But you are a fresh learner, new learner. Don't take this video as an ultimate conclusion or judgment or prediction. No, it's not. Here I just seen spoken about the probability based on the collection of chart of my so many years of observation of Jupiter in this house. For independent person, there may be a different story. I completely agree with that. So basically, if you have any doubts, any questions, you can put down in the comment section. If you want to book a consultation and have a consultation with me, you want to book your seat for learning professional courses of astrology in the various dimension, you can WhatsApp me on my WhatsApp number. I am dropping down. Before calling me directly, better put your message identification, what basically you need. So you can drop down there. But look, this is a completely a professional area basically. Okay. So it will be a paid consultation, paid courses. I'll be teaching you. So please message me if you have any such requirements and subscribe the channel, put the like button and share with your friends and family as a token of motivation. Thank you all for watching my video. I'll be coming up very soon with one more important planet within my 4 5 days. Okay.